Growing up, I never really spoke. I mean, of course I spoke. At some point in my early life, I'm sure I informed my parents of the toy I wanted or that I had to use the bathroom, but outside of the basic informational updates, I never really spoke. And it's not complicated. People always want it to be complicated. But when I had something to say, a couple of things happened. I either told myself that no one would really care what I had to say, or I just lost my nerve. And the fact that I had a severe stutter did not help. In public, I was quiet, shy even, and teachers would tell my parents.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Reynolds. Libby is an excellent student. She's conscientious, determined. It's just that I'd love for her to participate more in class. She's incredibly shy and rarely speaks. When I call on her, she puts her head down and whispers her answer.
Conscientious? Isn't she in kindergarten? And our Libby quiet? Are you sure you're talking about our Libby?
She is aware that she stutters. It's embarrassing. Maybe she's afraid the other students will make fun of her.
They can't make fun of her any worse than her siblings do.
Joe, stop. We will talk to her.
I don't think you are understanding. I like Libby. She is incredibly bright. I just want to help her build her confidence. Is she anxious? Maybe she would benefit from speech therapy.
There's nothing wrong with her. She doesn't need therapy.
Libby is an excellent student. I'm just concerned she isn't expressing her emotions.
We've been hearing this the past 2 years. She's in 2nd grade. And just be glad she's in a chatty Cathy. I'm telling you, she expresses her emotions just fine at home.
Libby doesn't engage in conversation with others.
Does she do her work? Does she do her group work?
You get the gist. I rarely spoke. And my parents disagreed on the best way to address my nonverbal tendencies. And my mom, let's just say she is verbal.
Look, Libby. Okay, Libby. Sometimes in life, we're asked to do something that we don't want to do, and we have to do it anyway. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Don't just nod. Use your words. Okay, look, Libby. I promise you that if you participate in class more, your father and I will get you a new Barbie. You'd like a new doll, right, Libby? Libby? Libby, shrugging isn't an answer. Words are an answer. Why won't you talk to me? Yes, you stutter. But if I let every little thing stop me from talking, from living, well, I don't know where I would be. You can't go through life without talking. You need to talk. Talk now! You talk all the time in this house. You tell your brother and sister to knock it off all the time. Tonight at dinner, you asked for milk. You need to talk in class. You need to talk now. I will wait 5 seconds for you to talk, and then you're going to get in trouble, young lady. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Talk. Okay. Listen, sweetheart. I get it, honey. You're shy. You're afraid the other kids will make fun of you. Who cares what they think? You need to be able to stand up for yourself. You need to tell them to stop. If you don't take a stand now, you may be mocked for the rest of your life. Is that what you want? Do you want to be made fun of? Let me help you. We can start practicing now. You can say, "No, Mom, I do not want people to make fun of me." Okay, how about just, "No, Mom"? Anything. Libby, sweetheart, are you trying to embarrass me? Do you know what it is like having met with your teachers? Everyone thinks something's wrong with you. Hell, maybe there is something wrong with you. Your brother and sister turned out just fine, but you know they want you to see a speech therapist. Is that what you want? Do you want to go to therapy, Libby? Do you want to be pulled out of class and made fun of by your classmates? Do you even want friends, Libby? Friends expect you to talk. I know you're not stupid, Libby. Use your words. All right. You've left me no choice. You will talk, Elizabeth Luann. I will make sure of it.
So, that's my mom. She's complicated. My dad worked a lot. He was a hard worker, and he'd come home and unwind with a book. He read for pleasure, and come to think of it, he didn't really speak much either. He seemed much more comfortable with silence. Maybe that's why we got along so well. But one day, he pulled me aside and he gave me a present. I was 8 years old, and he had come home from work and heard an earful from my mom about how a teacher had called and was concerned about my lack of communication. And my mom was pretty upset, and he told her that he talked to me.
Hey, Libby. Seems like you had a long day too. Hey, kid, listen. Don't let that teacher stuff bother you. Your teachers just don't get that you like to observe the world. You know what they say about you, Libby Lou? They say that your imagination comes alive when you write. They say that you communicate great with them when you write. So I'm going to ask if it's okay that you write until you decide to speak. I got something for you. It's a blank book. I figure you could use it to write down all your thoughts, use it to tell people stuff, pass it around. When I was your age, I had a pen pal. I wrote him letters. You could write letters. I'll mail them for you. Letters to everyone. All your hopes, your dreams, the bad stuff too. Just write it down. And maybe then you can read what you wrote. Maybe it'll help because you already know what you want to say. I just want you to stop feeling like you're in trouble. I want you to stop being afraid. So you need to find your voice, Libby. You got words, put them on a page. Okay, I'm gonna let you be. I just want you to know we love you. Your mom and I are just worried. So, be good and enjoy your book.
So, that's how I got here today. I'm the proud author of hundreds of letters, all meticulously drafted by my own hand. I wrote, and every jumbled thought just flowed out onto the page. Pure prose, beautiful imagery. Let me share with you the first letter I ever wrote at the young age of 8. Dear Parker, Parker is my brother. Dear Parker, you are a butt face. Yeah, a big, fat butt face. Love, Libby. It was literary masterpiece. But that letter was the beginning of something amazing. I wrote letter after letter. I read books in order to increase my vocabulary to make my letters sound more interesting. And my 3rd grade teacher was the recipient of one of my letters. That poor woman.
Dear Mrs. Smith, when I first started school as a young and impressionable kindergarten student, I longed for the day that I could be in your class. Your students seemed happy. They seemed organized. Thank you. Now that I think of it, they seem to function like robots. Your choice of words, but I'll go with it. Kindergarten students don't walk like your students do in the hallway. We are loud and couldn't figure out a straight line. But your students, they walked in straight lines and never spoke. For a girl like me, that was a dream come true. My first day of class with you was a delight. You allowed me to write my answers down on a piece of paper. I remember that trick. Still one of my favorites. You paired me with a partner who loves to talk. People don't notice if you're quiet when your friend talks all the time. You loved arts and crafts and peanut butter on crackers. Those are my favorites too. But Mrs. Smith, I have to ask you, are you crazy? My mom says I shouldn't call you names, but I think you're just crazy. Well, we all have to be crazy sometimes, right? right? Yeah. You see, my mom made me wear my sister's dress for picture day that year. She said that the color brought out my eyes. My mom put ribbons in my hair that matched the dress. She made me put on the dress at the last minute because my sister, Amanda, would not have wanted me to wear the dress. Oh my gosh, Amanda. Oh, she was the sweetest thing. Did she write me the letter? Oh, Libby. That's disappointing. Anyways, she was very particular about her stuff. Of course she was. She learned that from me. I just learned that word, particular. I like it. Anyways, my mom said that I was not allowed to run at recess until it was after pictures. I agreed. So off I went to school in my sister's dress on picture day. In class, we did some math. Then you said, "Children, let's do something fun." I figured we were going to play Heads Up 7-Up or something, but you brought out the tempera paint, one of my favorites. Time for painting. We are going to paint pictures today about our book. Painting, we didn't have smocks. You told us we didn't have to paint, but everybody wanted to paint. Of course they did. I dragged myself over to the paint table. I peered over my friend Tracy's shoulder. It looked harmless. I grabbed a brush. I didn't even get to start. Daryl reached across the table to grab a color at the same time as Mike. They fought over the orange tempera paint bottle. It was open and it spilled. But not just on the table, Mrs. Smith, but it went into the air. Oh, that must have been a mess for me to clean up. It landed all over the front of my dress. I'm sorry, my sister's dress. Oh, it was Amanda's dress. Now I just feel awful. I should send her an apology note. Do that right after this. I swear, I stopped breathing. Everybody gasped. I looked at you, and you know what you did? Oh, don't remember this story at all. You laughed and said, "Oh, I see you got a little paint on you." Got a little paint on me? My sister was going to kill me. Oh, Amanda would never do that. She's so precious. She wouldn't hurt a fly. Orange paint all over the dress that she didn't know I was wearing. You just kept laughing. The other kids laughed, too. And you told everyone that it was time to settle down. You sent me to the office to call home and get a change of clothes. As I was leaving, you said, "Children, let's be careful so that we do not end up like Libby." Remember what I did? Do you remember? Nope. I shouted, "I don't want to end up like you." I didn't stutter. Yeah, I do remember that. Sad, sad day. But it's okay. You didn't have to write a whole apology note just to say you're sorry about that. I mean, I forgot. It's okay. We all make mistakes. Anyways, my parents said I should thank you for getting me to speak out loud. You're welcome. They also told me I needed to apologize. I told them that they were crazy too. I guess you guys can all be crazy together. Sincerely, Libby. Oh, right, Amanda's apology note. Hey, Amanda. It's your favorite teacher, Mrs. Smith.
So I continued to write. As events occurred throughout the years, happy or sad, I wrote letters. Some were to strangers, some to myself, some to friends and family, and some to objects. I was probably the only kid who wrote a letter of congratulations to her Barbie and Ken doll for tying the knot for the umpteenth time. But while letters were helping me to express myself, I still didn't want to talk a lot. Can't some people just be more quiet than others? I mean, I had friends, but it wasn't enough for my mom. She wanted more from me. She wanted me to be more like my brother and my sister. The way I was naturally, it was mediocre. My mom wanted me to be great.
Libby, I had a great idea. You should have a job where you have to talk for a living. No, I'm serious. We have been very patient with you, young lady. You continue to refuse to do what we ask. So, I've made a decision. I'm putting you into theater. Yeah, plays. And yes, before you ask, I want you to act. You will learn to speak loudly so that everyone in the audience can hear you, including the back of the room. And you'll either embarrass yourself or you'll do well. Libby, you do not want to embarrass yourself, do you? Just imagine you, center stage, the lights shining on your face, everyone listening to your every word. I get chills just thinking about it. Maybe one day you'll be famous. I'd love that for you. If acting doesn't work out, you can always become a lawyer. You seem to like having the last word. Okay, decision made. You start acting class next week. You'll have no choice but to talk. It's time to show them that there is nothing wrong with you.
Acting classes? My mom decided that was what was best. And you didn't argue with my mother. I wanted to shout from the rooftops that she was the one who made me feel like there was something wrong with me. But I didn't. I stuffed that all down and didn't write it anywhere lest a snooping parent find it. And if you keep everything inside, you are bound to explode. And I exploded on Mrs. Smith. One sentence, but yikes. In the moment, I meant it. And over the years, I had other mini explosions, one sentence, maybe two, but when it happened, they were doozies. A couple of years went by, and I was in middle school. I was speaking more in school, if I had to, but I kept all of my feelings hidden. And I had fallen into a pattern where I would just pop off with one sentence, letting the individual know exactly what I thought. No kindness, just blunt, direct truth. And my dad had to pull me aside.
Hey, Libby, we have to talk. Oh. Oh my gosh, this is awkward. I need you to know that you're a nice girl. I just wish you'd learn to control your mouth. You're gonna get in trouble, Libby. Your mom is only getting tired of hearing you say mean comments. What are the nice words, Libs? I thought giving you notebook after notebook would help express yourself in a healthy way. I just feel like I made it worse. You need to find your voice, Libby. What do you want people to know? How do you want them to feel? Should they be better human beings for hearing your words? Do you know that your words are powerful enough to change the world? Libby, they matter. But if you keep everything yourself and only share when enough is enough, well, I am afraid others are going to have enough of you before they even get to know you. Kids like you, adults like you're helpful and fun, but you're just too direct. People don't like being told what they do wrong. They may be wrong. Libby, most of the time when you speak up, you're right. But you call it like you see it, and people don't like that. Adults don't want to be corrected or rebuked by a kid. You're still a kid, Libby. I need you to hear me. I like how honest you are. I like how plainly you speak when enough is enough. And I can't wait until you become a doctor and you use that brain of yours to save people. But you need to work on your bedside manner. You can't just tell someone who's overweight, "You're overweight." No. You tell them, "I suggest you begin a different food regimen that will enable you to be healthier." See? If it's me, I just avoid conflict. I mean, it's why I agree with your mom. Why engage in conflict? It only leads to tension and stress. So, control your mouth, Libby Lou, and you'll learn to stop creating conflict. I'm proud of you, though. You fight for what's right. I don't know where you get that from. Use your voice to better this place. Just rein in how you do it. Okay? Good night.
I'm a nice girl. If only I'd learned to control my mouth. Yeah, that one stuck with me. It still does. And that one sentence changed the way I spoke to other people. Positive, flowery praise. Let's sandwich in a little truth here and then finish with nothing but joy, butterfly, and all things unicorn. My letters were much more honest, raw, and real. We've all been there. Wanting people to see the real you, but being afraid that if they see the real you, they might reject you. So, in person, we play the part. A nicer, softer version of ourselves that's more palatable. And that was me. I had friends, I was even-keeled, I was happy-ish, but in person I was nothing more than a shadow of myself. My letters gave me the freedom to be me. Writing allowed me to feel everything, not just the rainbows and butterflies. So I continued to write. I don't think I always avoided conflict, though.
Parker. What's up, bro? Hope college is going well. Senior year, and almost time to graduate and face the real world. What is the real world anyways? Have we been living in a fake world all this time? World at home feels pretty real. Same as always. New day, same old song. Mom and Dad are fighting a lot. You name it and it could lead to a fight. Dad always ends up walking out to read a book in the den every night, and Mom curses under her breath. I only cringe when I hear her footsteps on the stairs. I wish she would focus more on trying to fix her marriage than trying to fix me. Is that terrible of me to say? Probably. Oh no, that's not terrible of you to say. It's true. Amanda is still with that idiot Mike. Oh God, Mike. I wish you were here so that you could say something to her. He isn't kind to her. That was probably the understatement of the year. I don't get it. Amanda could date anyone. What does she see in him? Mom doesn't like him, of course, so maybe Amanda's just trying to make Mom mad. I don't know, but I don't see this ending well. And me? Well, I'm hanging in there. I'm excited for senior year. There are a couple of cool plays slated for this year, and I'm looking forward to auditions. I finished my college applications, and I can't wait to get out of here and move on to the real world. Parker, I miss you. You did such a better job at handling the tension here at home. I try to be funny and diffuse the situation, but I'm not as good at it as you are. Send me your magic, Parker. Oh, it's not magic. All right, I'll let you go. See you on family weekend. Love ya. Libs.
I know it's here somewhere. Dear Megan, letter time. Hey friend, I just wanted to tell you that you are amazing. Seriously amazing. I don't feel so amazing. What you are going through right now is temporary. I know it feels like forever, but nothing can last forever. Tomorrows keep coming. The entire universe is continuing to evolve and change. Thus, your circumstances will change. I hope so. The when is unknown. Until then, I've got your back. I will bring extra snacks to chemistry class. We will giggle at sleepovers. You will always have me in your corner. I'm proud of you, and I'm proud to call you my friend. I love her so much. Love, Libby. I have to text her.
What's this? Dear Barista, every time I come into this coffee shop around 4:30 p.m. on a weekday, you are here. You are kind and consistently friendly to me and everyone in line. I told you this once. Oh, I remember you. I was impressed with how you handled a customer who was giving you a hard time about something trivial. Thank you. You are 16 years old and showed more grace under pressure than most adults. You inspire me to be better. You seem moved by words of affirmation. I was. It meant a lot. So I've committed to giving them to you every time I stop in your shop. I see you. I see you refill the old woman's coffee who sits in the corner of the shop most of the day. She is odd and crass, but smiles when you greet her. She asked you to sit once. You spared 5 minutes and sat down. I've never seen a person light up as much as she did in that moment. Anybody would sit. It's just the nice thing to do. Teenage barista, Evie, how I marvel at your future. May you continue to see people first and act with compassion. Sincerely, Libby, who always orders a strawberry lemonade. I will, Libby. Hey, Mike. Are you coming soon? For our date? Oh no, that's totally fine. I get it. Love you. Okay. Oh, Libby's letter. Hey, Amanda. I was thinking about how we never really talk or hang out anymore. I get it. Who wants to hang out with their annoying little sister? Reminder, I'm 17. Oh my gosh, Libs, you're 17? How long have I been at college? But I just miss spending time with you. Oh, me too. I know that sounds super lame. I've always been kind of lame. Untrue. And the last time that we did hang out, you got upset with me that I wasn't talking enough. I believe you said that you were sick and tired of hearing both sides of the conversation. It's just that I thought I could be quiet around you. You never seemed to mind that I didn't speak all that much. I'm a great listener, remember? Yeah. And you like to talk. Love to talk. There seems to always be something exciting going on in your life. I wish. The truth is, sometimes I'm quiet because I don't think you're going to like what I'm going to say. Here goes nothing. You keep settling for deadbeat boyfriends. Mike treats you poorly. I get so angry when I hear him call you names and order you around. You don't serve him. He doesn't own you. But if he said to jump, you'd respond, how high? And that makes me sad and angry. I almost told him off once, but I thought you'd never speak to me again. So I didn't. Okay. Oh, okay. He's gonna be here soon. Please change the subject. Amanda, you're my sister, and I have your back until infinity. You drive me crazy with all your clothes and makeup and benign love of soapy drama. Come on, Libs. You know you love Riverdale too. But I will defend you until all the proverbial cows come home. Give me permission and I will destroy Mike. You seem so unsure of yourself. I'm the one who lacks confidence, not you. You're the one that I want to be like. You're the one that walks into a room and people notice. You're letting Mike take that away from you. I want to help you get it back. Okay, I'm sure you have thoughts. Many, many thoughts. I hope you know that I'm here for you always. If you want me to support this relationship, I'll try. But I won't stop reminding you that there are better boys out there than Mike. Love you, sissy. Libby.
Oh, Miss Gerald, you pride yourself on your creativity. It's been a joy to be in a few of your shows. You've used me to demonstrate expression and diction and praised me on my character development. This leads me to last week's auditions. Last week? I was reading for the lead role. You put me on stage. The scene between Jack and I went well. Students applauded and we smiled. You stood and said, "Well done, Jack and Libby, well done." We thought you had finished when we began to exit the stage, and you continued, "Just so all of you know, the role of Jennifer is unique. She is a young ingenue. She's always played by a beautiful young girl." Sometimes the best actors don't get the part if they just don't look the part. Thank you. We stopped. Jack asked you, "Wait, so are you saying the looks matter more than the ability?" You responded, "The role of Jennifer is beautiful, gorgeous, even. Please don't take this wrong, Libby, but you are not pretty enough to play this role. No one would believe you as the part." And there it was, in front of everyone. I'm too ugly to play the role. For your information, Miss Gerald, I'm not ugly. I'm a cute, girl-next-door type. I have energy and take risks and have really come out of my shell. You have no idea what I've been through. Here is what I do know, though. You transfer your own insecurities onto others and it reflects in your directing. Do better. Students deserve mentors who actually like themselves and who know how to like others.
I hope the play goes well and all the beautiful people enjoy it. Signed, the ugly duckling in your eyes, in everyone's eyes, Libby. But is really a beautiful swan, Libby.
Hi, Daddy. Oh, it's Libby. All good here in the hood. Listen, Pops, this may not be my place, but you work too hard. I never see you. I love how much you love us and provide for us, but Parker, Amanda, and I want to actually spend time with you. You worked on Father's Day. I know that you and Mom don't get along very well. But Dad, please don't avoid us too. You told me to avoid conflict, and that would bring me more happiness. Or at least it would make people like me. Dad, you live your life avoiding conflict. Are you happy? I wish you'd stand up for yourself sometimes. You believe in me and told me I will change the world one day. I know that is something you say to your kids, but I believed you. Dad, you changed my world when you said that to me. You've never shied away from telling me hard things in order to help me. So I guess I'm telling you hard things in order to help you. Dad, you need to stop avoiding conflict. And just deal with it. You're missing out on our lives, and personally, I want you in mine. Perhaps I overstepped. You told me to get control of my mouth, and here I go running it again. I'm not looking for conflict, Dad. I'm standing up for something I believe in. That something is you. You're worth fighting for. Books, the porch, and the lemonade. My tree. Tell me the afternoon and I'm there. Love, Libby.
Another letter from Libby. Hi, Megan. I miss your face. No, I miss your face. College is going okay. It's hard to stay focused in class knowing that there are bigger battles out there than calculus. Yeah. College sometimes seems silly for someone like me.
Don't say that, Libby. Like, why go to all these classes to get a degree I might not even use?
Libby, no! I know I shouldn't talk that way, but that is the reality. Not our reality. Don't tell my parents or Amanda I'm being negative. They will freak out. Promise. Anyways, how are things going for you? So, I had the craziest thought the other day. Here we go again. You were talking about how there are no guys out there that like the same things you do. And this is going to be a weird one, but go with it for a second. What about Parker? Yes, my brother Parker. You and he both enjoy classic movies, deep conversation, and mint chocolate. You both love St. Bernards and want to live by the ocean. You both talk about how your desire is to adopt 1 million children. I don't know, it just seems right. Can I set you up? I don't know. Let's just keep reading. Life principle number 4. Be open and flexible to change that will benefit the entire organization. You and Parker together benefits him, you, and me. And that, my dear, is the entire organization. Dork. Call me later, Libs. Call you now. Parker, your brother? Seriously.
Who's this from? Eric, thanks for a really fabulous, super fun first date. I have to admit that I was kind of surprised that you asked me out. You were a sophomore in college and I was a sophomore in high school. Crazier things have happened, I suppose. I was even more surprised that my parents said that I could go. That Saturday couldn't come soon enough. Seriously, what a day. An amusement park, followed by dinner, and then a movie. So fun. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Then you took me home. We stood in my driveway and talked for a bit. You shared about how you noticed me in high school and thought I was cute. Alarm bells went off in my head. I wasn't in high school with you. As you were leaning in to give me a goodnight kiss, a car pulled into the driveway. My sister, Amanda? Amanda! Okay, yeah, I know what this is. This is Libby. This is Libby, yeah. Got out, said goodbye to her friend, and passed you. She casually said, "Hey, Eric." You looked at her. No, let's be clear, you stared at her. Then you looked at me and back at her. You took a step back from me and said, I took out the wrong sister. Sorry. Amanda, wait up. You just looked like your sister. It's hard to differentiate the two of you. You just look so alike. That's not my fault. That's completely yours. Just don't look like your sister. So I wanted to thank you for not being my first kiss. You would have been mine. I wouldn't have wanted to waste that on you. By the way, Amanda says hi. Huh. Maybe I still have a chance with Amanda. Do I have her phone number? I do. All right. And that she never found you attractive. Well, she was ugly, and I didn't want to date her anyway. So, I don't know what she was thinking. So let me know if you want me to set you up with my brother. Was her brother hot? I mean, I'm down if he is. Hugs and kisses, Libby.
Amanda, I just heard about the breakup. I'm sorry you're hurting. You and I will get through this. Tomorrow is my last final, and then I'm heading home. We'll make some cookie dough and hang. I'm also bringing home my dartboard. Could be cathartic. Sure. You've been my rock over the years, so now it's my turn. This time, I'm the wind beneath your wings. Also, let me know when I can rip this guy a new one. I'm ready. Love you to infinity and beyond. Lips. Love you too.
It's not every day you get one of these. Daniel, hey, hope it's going well for you. I heard about you and Beth breaking up. I'm sorry. I truly am. Yeah, me too. Sometimes I wish we had chosen to go to the same college. Me too. We could hang out right now and eat pizza as you lament. Oh, but instead, you are 5 hours away. I miss you. I miss you too. I miss hanging out with you every day in the library. If I'm honest, those hours were the highlight of my day. You seem much more relaxed. Yeah, I was. Maybe the breakup is a good thing. You and Beth were always fighting, Daniel. Always. There are other people out there. Trust me. Me? Oh, I'm still single. Maybe I'm holding out for a hero. You once told me that I am too independent for my own good. You might be right. Yeah, I'm always right. I feel like you and I were just trains that just passed each other. Hear me out. We clicked, but the timing was never right. We hold the same beliefs. We share the same love of fart jokes. We value each other's uniqueness. We fight for justice, but for whatever reason, we stayed friends. You had Beth, and I had a million activities to keep me busy. I feel like I should have told you that I liked you, as more than a friend. I wonder if things would have been different. I wonder if we would have broken up, or we'd still be together. I wonder a lot of things, but mostly I wonder about us and if it is too late. Or maybe the right thing to do is to encourage you to go talk to Beth. You and she, well, on and off romances are staples on television. I just want what's best for you. Selfishly, I think that's me. You inspire me and make me better. Libby.
Parker, congratulations. You're engaged. Wow, you're engaged. Like, for real engaged. I can't believe it either. This is super exciting. Mom and Dad are over the moon. Could not have planned a better time to propose. This family needed a little bit of joy. Mom is already shopping for mother-of-bride dresses, and Dad's petrified about having to give a speech. I mean, who doesn't want to give a speech now? Hey, I heard Mom telling you to hurry up and get married. I'm telling you to not do that. You and Megan take all the time you need to be engaged. Don't rush things because of the thing that shall not be mentioned. Everything is going to work out and be okay. Alright, I can't wait to give you a big squeeze, and I just have to say it. I'm the best matchmaker. You owe me 2 ice cream sundaes for this one. FaceTime soon? Love ya. Libs. Hey Libby, what's up?
Hi, Mom. It's me again. I hope this letter finds you well. College is going swimmingly. The schedule is manageable and I enjoy my classes. Have I told you how much I love going to such a large school? The anonymity is priceless. I can walk by thousands of students and no one expects anything from me. Everything that I do is determined by me. It's a weird feeling, becoming an adult. Okay, enough small talk. What I want to say is that I never thanked you for pushing me when I was a kid. I'm not going to lie, your methods could be harsh, but had you not pushed me, I don't think I'd have a voice now. My roommate is okay. She's a talker, reminds me of Amanda. She loves all those home renovation shows and parties a bit too much. Not that I'm saying Amanda parties too much. She's just social. My roommate is social. Which leads me to say that I'm starting to be social too. Yes, you read that right. I'm being social. Are you still there? Did you faint yet? Elizabeth Luann. I joined a couple school organizations and am enjoying my speech class. I'm like a turtle. Slow and steady wins the race. Anyway, I need you to stop worrying about me. Your worrying is turning into hovering. And I'm going to be okay. Mom, hear me. I'm going to be okay. We've got a plan. The plan is good. Trust the plan. Trust me, Mom. I'm here. You made me strong. I'll tell you if I'm not doing okay. I'll be home in 2 weeks and we can talk more. Until then, give Dad a hug for me. Love. Libby. Joe?
As you can see, I wrote and I wrote and I wrote. I wish I could tell you that Daniel and I ended up together, but that is not how life works sometimes. He got back together with Beth, and then he broke up with Beth, and I think he's taking some time to figure himself out right now, alone. But we remain passing ships, for now. My letter writing opened a door for me. I wrote so many letters to so many people. I even wrote letters to myself. Dear Libby, what kind of legacy do you want to leave? Answer that question and then make sure that every decision you make from now on aligns with that goal. Heavy? Maybe, but you need to live intentionally. L. No pressure there. So, here I am, the author of hundreds of letters, some to friends and family and strangers, and some to teachers, some filled with joy, some addressing hurt, some filled with frustration, and some filled with heartache. All penned by me. What started out as an attempt to get me to communicate became a non-stop vessel for my voice. Through my letter writing, I was able to share my thoughts and feelings with the world, and my voice was heard. on paper. True confession, I wrote every single one of these letters. I folded each letter up and sealed them, but I never sent them. Not a single one. I guess I just imagined how each person might have reacted if I had actually sent the letters. A funny thing happened when I wrote the letters. I had actual conversations with people. I called Amanda when she was in that relationship with Mike. We texted and talked over the phone, and I shared my feelings with her in real-life moments, not in a static letter. I encouraged Megan, and I set her up with Parker, and I celebrated their engagement. I did tell that barista that she was doing a good job, and I did try to return my soup. And while I did tell my third grade teacher that I never wanted to be like her, I never told her how much her laughing actually embarrassed me. And that director, I never confronted her. Maybe others did, but I was too afraid. Speaking of fear, I never told Daniel that I liked him. I still do, but I didn't want to lose him, especially not now. My dad was right. My letter writing became a launch pad for me finding my own voice. Somewhere between sharing my thoughts on paper and becoming more comfortable in my own skin, I found the courage to talk to others and to share pieces of myself with the world. I'd be lying to you if I told you I didn't regret not sending some of these letters, but that's what happens when you look in the past. You see your missed opportunities. So, why share all of this with you? Well, I'm at a crossroads. Freshman year of high school, I was diagnosed with synovial sarcoma, literally cancer in my knee. It took a while, but after surgery and chemo and radiation, I was cleared and in remission. 4 years went by, and here I am, and the cancer's back, but this time, it's not in my knee. I find out next week my prognosis and options, but I can tell from my mom's response that it doesn't look good. So, what do? I write letters. Dear Parker and Megan, I'm not sure what the future holds, but here is what I want you to know. The two of you have been such an encouragement to me. You faithfully check on me at our daily calls. I love you both so much. Principle number 5, be yourself always. You two being your great selves brings joy to this world, and I cannot wait to see how you make it a better place. Thanks for keeping me so close. And if one day I'm not physically around anymore, I give you permission to name a dog after me. I'd be cute as a golden retriever. It's a joke. Laughter through tears. Sometimes that's the only way. Love, Libby. Hey, Sissy. It's not over till we say it's over. And it's not over. I'm with you always. Thank you for giving me the strength to fight. Now you go fight. You are going to be the greatest oncologist of all time. But do not put finding a cure above your personal happiness. You need to take care of you so you can take care of others. Someone has to check on you. Principle number 3. It's okay to not be okay. But hey, Sissy, find someone to talk to. Your classmate Brian seems fond of you. He reminds me of Daniel. Ask him out for coffee. Just do it. My matchmaking success rate is 100%. One last thing. Amanda, every moment with you has been one that I will treasure. Love you to the moon and back. Lives. Hi, Dad. This is not a goodbye letter. This is a letter to say how lucky I am to have you as my dad. I owe you everything. You gave me a lifeline to the world, Dad. You helped me find my voice. Principle number 7. Find your voice, use it for good. I did, Dad. And I will for as long as I can. In those moments when you think you didn't do enough, just know, you did it all. You'll get through this. We all will get through this. Thank you for not avoiding this battle. You always believed in me. Thanks for consistently showing up. Thank you for teaching me that my voice matters and how to use it to lift others. That can be my legacy. Love you so, so much. Your Libby Lou. Mom, this letter is the hardest to write. I used to be so angry with you for pushing me so hard, and now I'm simply grateful and yearning for it. It's like somehow you knew that I would need this strength and resilience. Dad encouraged me to speak up, but well, Mom, you empowered me. Without you, I fear that I would have already given up. I promise you, Mom, I'm going to fight. Now, I need you. I need you to fight with me, but I feel like you're giving up too soon. Life principle number 1, tell the truth and do what is right. You taught me that, Mom. You taught me to fight for the underdog. You taught me that it is better to be wildly unpopular for doing what is right. Mom, thank you for every life lesson. I was the underdog, and you battled hard for me. And now, here we are, battling again. But this time, we are on the same side. I have the fiercest warrior by my side. I'm not going to lie to you, Mom. Getting this letter means that things aren't looking good for me. I'm scared.
I'm scared too.
I'm not so much scared of dying, but I'm scared that I missed out on living. I'm scared that in some way I missed out on seizing every moment. But I look at your commitment to me and I realize that I don't have to be scared anymore. We've got this. Mom, we are mushy and emotional, but I need to tell you that I love you. I love you, and I hope I make you proud. I'm proud to be your daughter. Love, Elizabeth Luann. Libby, your baby girl. Done. My last 4 letters are done. I'm putting my pen down and going to spend time with those knuckleheads I call a family. And I'm putting these letters away until next week. I'm going to live life with them instead of hiding behind my letters. It's time to live life in the real world, even if it can be scary. And if the news next week is grim, then I promise I'll send these last 4 letters. I need my family to know how much they mean to me. I found my voice, and I'll use it while I can. But let's be honest. I'm hoping that these 4 letters are going to join the pile of letters I've never sent.